Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. So, welcome back to another session of Supermind Live and Mastery Academy Facebook Weekly Live. So, how is everyone? So, if you can hear my audio clearly, kindly kindly let me know so that I know the my audio is okay, and then you can see me clearly. And also, please help us to like, share the video, okay, to some group and some to your profile so that more people can join us today. So today we have Dr. Peter Yi to talk with us about what is conditioned mind, or what is conditioned mind. Hi, Renee. Nice to see you. So I think the audio is okay. Thanks for your feedback, so that we know the audio is okay. So if you can hear me, how is everyone? Do comment so that we know our audio is okay. So then we also know there's someone here with us. Okay. So before we start, let me have Karine. Hi,
Hello,
Karine.
hello. Hi, good evening. It's just another Thursday.
Wow,
Time
fast.
flies.
Yes, I think
Time
the
flies.
last yes, I think the last Thursday just feel like yesterday. Then now it's another Thursday already.
No, last Chinese New Year or last two Chinese New Year, it seems like yesterday.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
because we are
So
kind of like somehow in July,
yes,
2021.
today 22721 2021 twenty
2020.
twenty twenty one
Yeah.
22 so I think
Mm,
time's flies
and a clip
Oh
of ice.
yes, they have Dr. Peter Yi. Hi, Peter.
Hi.
This is John Travolta.
This is the slow hairstyle. No barber.
No house barber also. The house barber is not here there also.
So okay, got reason ma.
Got reason. So
Uh,
the so I
so
think today I think our topic, what is conditioned mind. So well,
this is episode uh
93.
93. 93
So we
weeks.
should think of how's the celebrations on the 100th episode,
So
yeah?
episode 100 we will celebrate.
so this means I
So
think
how,
another
Celebrate
I
of
think in
our consistency, persistent and perseverance. It's not easy.
wow.
Seldom
So
miss, except Chinese New Year or something like that.
yeah,
Miss
Chinese New
yeah,
Year,
the
New Year,
Christmas.
yeah, and Christmas, something like that.
Yeah.
yes, I think non-stop. So I think this is
Non-stop.
wow. So I think how I also don't know how we can talk so much for so
Yeah.
non-stop for more than 1 year.
Yeah.
Oh,
But next week also we have already the topic. Next week is about how to prevent and treatment
COVID.
COVID-19 using
mm.
ivermectin from real experience.
Wow, that
Uh,
one is interesting.
so
I think
you also can share a bit lah, huh?
Mm,
Real experience. So
real
next,
experience. Yeah.
so this week we'll discuss a bit more about what is conditionment. By the way, we just completed 10 weeks Supermind, Super Conscious Mind Level 2.
Yes.
wow.
So precious.
Like very long, but also very short. But some of the participants ask for some more. Say, let us rest for a while. They want to go level 3. I said, level 3, how to teach online? They want the physical energy. They want
Well,
later.
I think you still need the. I think level 3. I think they just have the basic. So, but I think you need to practice first, and then so they need to train
Yes.
up your mind muscle.
Yeah. Go.
Then before you can go. Now it's just for information put in, because this one is just like sport. You need to train up the muscle before you can
Yeah.
go to next game.
Go. In fact, in level 2, if they really observe very carefully, there's a lot of thing there already. If they can master most of the thing, they're very, very powerful already. knowing is no much of use. Need to
Knowing,
practice.
knowing is studying, studying.
Studying is no use. You study. Oh, this one I know. So what? Can you use it? Can you use it? Okay.
So
Now
what
today is
our
about conditioned mind. I think Karin is very good in this conditioned mind. Maybe Karin can share first. Then I will add on, and then Leslie will chip
So
in.
first question first lah. What is condition lah? What is condition?
what's the mind
Condition.
condition?
Condition, term and condition is condition. There's so many conditions.
Condition. Maybe another
What is condition? What is conditioning? And today is ED.
programming.
Today is conditioned with the ED, right? So
Yes,
past tense. So first thing first, what is conditioned without ED? Term and condition, what kind of condition? So first is what is condition without ED. Then later, come to Dr. Peter Yi, topic is with ED, conditioned
Conditioned mind.
mind. So what is that? So first of all, you have to understand the basic fundamental of condition first before we talk about past tense and present tense. What come to our mind is free and easy. It's Thursday night. Don't stress out. Tomorrow is Friday. You can celebrate early. Now every day at home, you can drink a bit of beer to cheer out and all this. No hard and fast rules. Relax.
Okay, we go slowly.
Go slowly.
I saw you have something already you want to share out.
So that the mind won't jam out. The minute we stress, put ourselves under pressure, then you don't perform so well. Yeah. So chill out a bit. Come every Thursday night, every Wednesday's night, chill out a bit, come in, ask silly questions, how we can stimulate our mind. Stimulations helps. Definitely stimulations help. Yeah. So what is conditions? Is there any audience that answered or reply about conditions? No, our dear members and friends, first questions, perhaps you can type down what is condition without ED, before we move to conditioned mind. Okay, so what is conditions? For me, the understanding of condition is term and conditions. There are certain terms, certain conditions, right? That means there are certain rules, terms and conditions.
Rules and regulation.
Rules and regulations.
So I think our mind, I think the society have conditioned us on a lot of things, because that's why I think it's a lot of rules and regulations. So I think the things for an unconditioned mind, I think it's always the kids when we just grow up, when the baby come up. So this
Very
one
pure.
can touch, this one touch. So I think I remember my mothers so when they have the new phone they don't dare to touch. So they don't dare to touch, then I say, hey, then later spoil, then I have to pay. I have to repair. So but kids when they get the new phone they just don't care. They just touch. Then they know how to open and play already. So I think 1 year old, 2 years old, they know how to open the phone, open the things. So they just, the mind is not conditioned. So they just, I want, then they just use their hand and take. Use their hand and grab.
Learn and feel.
The see and everything is just like a sponge. Also, the unconditioned mind is just like a sponge. They just absorb. So they learn the language also no structure one. I think we learn in school we need structure level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But no structure, then they put them on the TV. They listen to the Chinese. Then they use the China style those kind of cartoon. Then they speak China style. Then when they are looking at the Western style of cartoon, then they talk out like Angmo. So
yes.
Actually, this is, I think my daughter is like that. I think then he can speak the China style Chinese before then just 2, 3, or 4 years old time. And then when they start,
do you realize that right now a lot of people can speak Korean.
Okay, because I
Yes.
didn't follow Korean movie lah.
Yes, because they follow Korean's movie.
I think our times, I think last time I think we follow Hong Kong
Cantonese.
movie.
We speak Cantonese. Even we don't
廣東話
廣東話唔使教，唔使上課，都係識
唔
廣東話，
哇講得好順添啊！
講得好
真
順，係。
可以
Because
轉
無線
台
無線亞視，so those are the conditioning 咯。But there seems like no one answer about
Got one.
yeah.
PC Chong seems condition the mind. Many minds there are like recall memories, beliefs, and experiences.
So that one, Dr. Peter Yee got the answer.
Okay.
Because that one is with ED.
ED
Condition mind. Okay, first thing
Condition
we
mind.
got to understand the meaning of mind. Mind is a software. The brain is a hardware. The brain is the brain cell are there, physical is hardware. Thinking hardware. Mind is a software. Okay, software composed of information. Information a person learn throughout their life, from the baby until adult, can be learned formally or informally, conditioned by the parents, by teacher, by religious organizations, by friend, everything. Okay, now we put people aside first. Let's see the animal kingdoms. You see, domesticated is another word. Domesticated, another one, wild animal. Domesticated animal in the zoo or in circus. They are cave, inside a cave, and whenever they come out and do some performance, and then give them some food, so they perform. So another word, a stronger word called hypnotize. Let's say a group of goat, for example. Let's say the magician come and hypnotize. Okay, this goat, you are not goat. You are tiger. Then you are a dog, a cat, a bird. So they can be hypnotized until they think they are one. A goat think a tiger, I am a tiger. Or a goat think I am an eagle. Or the goat think I am a fish or a monkey. Hypnotized. Then come back to human society. Are we not similar to that? I am an accountant. I am an engineer. I am a computer programmer. I am a scientist. I am a teacher. I am a lawyer. Actually, who are you? Oh, people.
Who am I? The Jackie Chan movie.
Then who are you? That mind being conditioned by the education system make them think that they're accountant for their whole life or lawyer for their whole life. But actually, are they their profession? Conditioned mind, something you learn without knowing. You learn already and using the information throughout your life repeatedly. So your life is lingering about limited to that information. Just like an animal in a circus being domesticated, to think that only that few skill you know how to do, and then doing that you get some food. Or human world we call get some income or salary or some profit. So you repeat the same thing. So by that, you see the wild animal, their potential unlimited. The domesticated one limited to certain thing only, confined to. So what is conditioned mind? conditioned mind can be learned from school, learned from our mind indirectly being conditioned or hypnotized without us knowing. Many even people without learning this supermind thing, they still think they are who they are the information. These are the thing I know. That's it. Other than that, they cannot accept. So that kind of mind is called conditioned mind. Okay, Karin, you have anything to add on? Or any opinion
So
from your
before
experience?
come to condition, before come to the ED is conditioning. Conditioning is like an empty container, right? That you fill in with anything to become contained, right? To fill up. So that is conditions. So conditioning, then past tense conditioned with the ed. So conditioning is a continuous tense, and English, just pure English, conditioning is the input. So when we are born, we cannot control our input because you're born. What can you do, right? So the conditioning started the minute we are born, consciously and unconsciously. I would say the school education is conscious, or kind of make known to us, that is conditioning into us. It's like filling into the jar. We are the jar, empty bottle. And school education is the one that has been put in consciously into us. But what is the unconscious conditioning of family culture, ritual, religions? So now my next question is, how come a lot of people kind of like telling us eventually is you must have a religion, you must have good faith, you must have this and that. How come that people tell me supposed to have good faith, supposed to have strong belief, supposed to have a religion, but the one not being taught to me, to be frank. I go to school never teach me that because I doesn't go to a religious school. And I'm not Christian. Not every Sunday I go church, or I'm not in this Sunday Buddhist school or something. So I don't have that kind of input or conditioning since young. But as I come to work in the society, people kind of tell me that religion is important, or some kind of, I call that intrinsic values is important. Then suddenly I realize, I thought I get my degree is good enough, and I come down to work. Then you're telling me, I don't look into your paper, but I'm looking into who you are. I was like, got such thing one me? I thought my degree that's what I need to get a job. My degree is what I've been working on for the past 10 years, or how many years since age 7, so on. So I kind of puzzle what's really going on to this world. You guys have any of this experience, or I'm the weird one? Only I have these funny questions in my head. Hey, what is wrong with this world? What is wrong with me? And how come now they're kind of like telling me a different thing after I got my degree? Or they don't want to agree, or they want just a bargain for a good price for my labor hour. I don't know whether you have the same experience. What do you think, Leslie?
I think the condition. I think at school, I think everything is more pure, not so. I think conditioned on certain thing, but after coming out, then another set of conditioning is
Yeah, come
used.
on, they tell me a different thing. So I kind of puzzle.
So we live in a confused world.
Yeah,
So
confused.
I think
More
we're
confused.
getting more confused
Mm.
when the COVID came. I think
Yes.
when
Now
a
even more
lot of
confused.
I think a lot of work no longer become a work. So I think some job become not is exist really. So no, you are tour guide, so no more tour guide at the moment. Hopefully not forever, but I think so. What you are proud of at one time,
It's
now
gone.
you are no longer there. The business no longer can run. Is the business may be very good. I think I listened to one I think during last COVID time. Then the business, I think they are selling some meat or something like that. They are, I think, one of the biggest supplier, which is supply to all the restaurant. So due to COVID, I think a lot of restaurant unable to open. So then got access. I think they used to import or something like that, or they have this kind of supply there. So now they were forced to start back again and then go into online. So then previously, I think I heard that he's one of the biggest supplier at the time, but due to this COVID, then you become nothing. So I think now I think at this time, from last year until now, it's a very confused. Whoa, okay. So this means that the conditioning we have before COVID, pre-COVID, and now after COVID, I think is totally different, and then it may longer be used because I think the we condition to work like this no longer can work like this. We no longer can do certain things. We no longer can go out as freely. We are no longer can let our children go out or to play or and run around. We no longer. I think I haven't seen airplane on the sky for quite some time. So I think the condition now become more confused. Yeah, condition. I think for me 40 over years, Korean 50 over years, Peter 60 over years. Suddenly, I think the whole world. In previously, I think those I think change is from maybe a bit lah, little bit. So last time I think we use manual in the pass the bank book to go collect money, then later go ATM. Now do online transfer. Still got some time for you to adjust lah. But I think last year suddenly all the things that working for us, all the condition that can help us to work now is no longer working. So and then this kind of condition is already inside our mind and body and then a cell. But how can you change it? I think unless and then you got more confused if you got a lot of precondition and then also I think you are so used to working and then you are not so flexible type of people, then it's a very tough challenging time. So Peter, I think any advice, I think because now I think uh previously already confused. Just like Korean, I think we come out from the university, we come out from all these kind of things that come out already confused already. Then suddenly, yeah, last year make us more confused. Now, what kind of world is this? Then suddenly, the things all change. I think last year, I think previously, I think we have a new government, new hope. Then suddenly, the government can change again. So now we don't know. Who's the leader and then everything. So it's very confusing world now. Then suddenly, vaccine come out already. I think we got hope already. We can go back to the old time already. But now, certain country, the vaccine seems like not working. So they have more variant coming out. So then you have to go back to lockdown again. Very confusing. Peter, anything can help.
Okay. We go one by one now. Kevin was sharing about organized religion beliefs. Any kind of beliefs, religious belief, organized religion beliefs, all contain some wisdom of certain good values from people leave behind. And also Chinese philosophers, for example, the feng shui, the I Ching, all contains wisdom. Once you believe anything of that blindly, without questioning means that you are being conditioned. Your mind is a conditioned mind. It's no longer you. You're giving your power away to the things. So in Supermind, we share how to use your own mind. Whatever outside of you, you learn from outside, use it as a reference only. If you believe it blindly, then it contains certain wisdom and so on. Like for example, the feng shui, the I Ching, they're very, very good. But if you take it blindly, because the time has changed. The ancient time, they use statistics and so on to come out with a conclusion. But the situation now has changed. So that is why we educate people to use the mind to think. All that outside of them, use it as a reference only. Then you will be more adaptable to the changes like COVID or the time change. Even the subject I study, I study programming, I remember. So the programming got language, programmers. Certain language, they can update it. Now we study one whole semester. The books this thick, have been doing that. Take so long to memorize by there's a rules regulation of the program. We have to memorize it until we memorize is like second language to us already. Suddenly say that language is outdated. We have thrown away the whole book. So it's a very something wrong with the kind of learning. So conditioned mind, as long as you know conditioned mind is not you, and then use your mind to think, of course, use it as a reference only, then you can overcome all the adversity. For example, let's say in your hotel industry, suddenly no job, for example. So you train as a hotel management, you can use the same management know-how to do something else. But if you think you are only can do hotel management, only other thing cannot do, then you're stuck lah. The airline pilot, you think I'm pilot, nothing else. So no airline now. How to fly pilot? Then come back to basic. The pilot knowledge still can be used. Maybe you can do something else that apply the skills, for example. Okay, pass back to Karen. You have anything to add on?
In fact, the ED conditioned mind is still us, to me. Like it or not, it's part of us. And even the conditioned ED environment is me or not, it is still me. I cannot change. I'm Malaysians. I locked down in Kuala Lumpur. So whether the conditioned ED, can I change or not? My awareness is there. But I like it or not, I got locked down. So the conditioned, in fact, ED, is very much not you and me, it's a community. Not only you and me being conditioned that way. Because we are Malaysians, we fellow Malaysians, You're in JB, you're standing at a seafood restaurant, you can see, Singapore at the other end, just through a distant sea. But so what? It's a different system, different conditions. Even I learned so much about the neighbor right opposite by looking at that. But we are different, under different conditions. That means under different environments. So I don't think it don't affect me. And it is part of me that I cannot doubt. It's me. So the issue with me now is how. I cannot blame. Because blaming doesn't work, yeah? Not blame. I cannot say it's not me. I'm living in Malaysia. I'm holding Malaysian passport. Very real. My currency is real, right? The minute I travel, I know. I like it or not, flying to this country is how much exchange, how much is real. I cannot say condition is not real, it's not the real me. It's me. It's part of me. But how? That I'm going to be, after knowing I'm being conditioned without a choice, because I'm a human being, I'm born, my family like that. I cannot choose my parents, right? I'm born with this kind of family. A family like that. And I cannot blame, because previously for them to feed me, as long as I can grow up healthily, to them is already a success. For those who born 50 years ago, like me, right? Unlike parents now, how should we teach our child, what kind of system, homeschooling, blah, blah. This is much later. Or anyone who is more senior than my age. For us to survive or do whatever, our parents is that kind of mentality. So everybody gone through that. So I think the condition me is me. I'm taking it for real, like it or not. I speak English like that. And we Malaysians, as you know, we see here Hongki, we can speak Cantonese. After staying in Hong Kong for 3 weeks, we speak like them. And we can speak to Amokao after we stay there for 2 weeks. Malaysians are very flexible. We can always change to their tune, because they cannot understand us, we can understand them. So we change. Very easy. We always change to their tonality that they can understand. Or else we speak Malaysian to Malaysian, like that lah. Why you cannot understand, right? Easy, right? Right, bugger. You know? Everything you know, you point 2, 3 things, they know.
Like
You
that
Malaysian, we
lah.
talk to you like that, you don't know. Hey, bugger. You know, right? We don't talk with, hey, come on. You know, because we are under that kind of condition.
And then sometimes we like the condition. I
We
like my
like the
nasi lemak. I like my
right.
durian.
So sometimes unconsciously we're aware. So I think consciously, unconsciously, I still accepting me as myself as being conditioned and brought up that way. But I just ask myself how to be better. Thank you, Leslie.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, I
Anything to
think
add on, Leslie?
conditioning. So it is. Let me think about another kind of conditioning. The conditioning on the astrology side.
Yeah. Please share.
Okay, I think we heard about baby boomer.
Yep,
Okay,
baby boomer.
baby boomer, the 80s, the Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z. Why they have this kind of people? So this kind of Gen X, Gen Z, they have certain kind of pattern.
Yeah,
So everyone
behavior.
have certain pattern. They like the baby boomer have their own time kind of music. Then the 80s one, they like the those are Gen X like Gen X music. Then they have their
Baby boomer is after war, So after
afterward.
war, everybody make love.
Yes.
Yes, because after war, that's how the real term baby boomer come from. A lot of people are giving birth because wartime are tough. So after those 死剩翻嗰幾個, then you see, then you love, then you start to make love and you start a new family. So after a lot of babies, so called baby boomer. After war, make love, no war, make love.
Now I think after COVID, I think maybe don't know we will have another baby boomer kind of things or not. So
People cannot go out.
many cannot
Cannot
go
go
out,
out.
but don't dare to make love lah, because no money to feed. So I think as the astrology side, I think they have some a few star actually is conditioned because they have some star which is moved slower lah. So 10 years, 20 years, I think we call it those kind of 四季行星. So I think that kind of seasonal kind of things. So I think this kind of stuff that have some pattern that influence the generation. So then we can have the hippies. I think the baby boomer something like hippies, and then the Gen X, Gen Y. So Gen X, I think basically if we are Gen X, then Peter another generation. Then actually they have you can find when you compare to different kind of based on generation to generation, the same generation they say, hey, we have the same pattern like that. We have same pattern like that. We do these things like that. So another generation, they have this generation like that. So the conditioning, I think, even though you are from different countries, because different countries, they have the culture conditioning, which is different. And then the religion, if is different, but they still have certain type of similarity.
Yes.
Okay, similarity. Because we take it into the consideration of the religions, the culture, the local, the weather, all those kind of things. But they still have certain kind of similarity, which is I think this one is based on the astrology side that this kind of people they are actually influenced. I think also conditioned by the star, okay, the star, the astrology star, which we can actually is also assessment tools, like I think those kind of DISC, those kind of things. Actually, is this kind of astrology is a assessment tool on it, and what kind of behavior you have. But this one, I think, on the generation kind of things is actually more on a bigger star because they are moved very slowly at the moment. Okay, so I think even though at this time those baby are born, or this time they are having the same base, okay, same base, but due to different cultural, religions, locations, then they have different kind of added condition. Okay, just mean that we have the rice then they have different cook and different way of putting in. So the fried rice from me, Peter or Korean, then we 炒饭, then we like Korean like to Mediterranean style, they put more things inside. Peter like more veggie one or something like that. So then even I think we are the name is fried rice, but we have different condition putting in. So at the end, the end product may different, but the base is still rice. I think the generation X is one type of kind of people. General Y is one kind of people. Gen Z, and then different kind of have different kind of people. But I think at one point in time they are affected by the astrology. Okay, they have few stars which is affected by the astrology that push them. They have certain type of behavior at that moment. Just like I think they like the music, the way they behave, is really different at that era.
Yeah, like 許冠傑。我哋呢班打工仔 so is because at that time, no, after baby boomer, they started to develop, and people have worked very hard. Working very hard, especially in Hong Kong, the places is small and so on. So 許冠傑咪唱嗰首歌我哋呢班打工仔and then he talk about all the something of the 打工仔點樣拼點樣咩 right?
Yes.
So that is the trend, and that is the conditioning at that time. Like John Travolta with the white pants.
The yellow shirt now.
So that is kind of from one generation to another generation, it's kind of conditioned with certain things, right? Those days John Travolta standing, with the certain positions with the pants like that, white pants, and then with the disco ball blinking, then we know, oh, that is John Travolta. Or perhaps we are talking about some generations that the audience don't understand. But it's very typical, even you don't know, also you have heard about the song or the 呢班打工仔, right? So that is how it's being conditioned. Every generations are different. And now we are being conditioned into lockdown. So what next? How?
But I think one certain thing, I think we do pick certain condition we like. Okay, I like this kind of condition. I like to become a Buddhist. I like to become the Christian. So we pick and then we go inside and then get conditioned on that way, because I think this value match us. Okay, also I think I like this kind of thing. So I like to mix with certain people. So I go inside to be conditioned that way. So I like to go karaoke. I condition to like to go pub. I condition to like to go. I think you also mix with friends, which is this kind of people also you like certain kind of people, then you don't like certain kind of people. So those you like, so you go in that kind of condition to be conditioned like that because you like to be like that, something like that. Sometimes I think you choose the kind of condition you want in your
Yeah, yeah,
life.
yeah.
And then because I think at a point in time, I think we need to be conditioned to live in this life. So you need to be conditioned. I like to do this. I don't like to do this. I like to do this more. I don't like to do this more. I don't like to do this. I siam. I like to do this. I go. So I think it's you can't run away from condition. Anyway, but I think it's condition that pushes, I think, and then know how to do certain thing at certain time, at certain way, or that I think at the society. So I
There's a
think
comment from Benson Tan. I say, no. Another one is the cultural and religious conditionings. Even a lot of those following, they are following, but they are not knowing the rationale behind or the purpose. Yeah. So this is what exactly I meant. After school, I started to work. Then they talked to me about religion is important. Now I'm looking at that. Nah, what are you talking about? Religion is important. I thought my
they
paper
teach,
more important.
uh, we talk about moral only at the time. Then
Moral
religion
and
is
all that.
not a main subject, not inside exam, not important.
Yeah, but that is being conditioned as well, but not really taught in school, but is under unconscious conditionings through ritual. So a lot of ways of doing things is what we are not aware of, but we just follow. Like family culture. Some family eat with chopstick, some family with forks and spoon. All right, so it's different. Some family must have soup in the menu. The mother insists of soup every night.
Some Town.
Some choya tong, the typical Cantonese, right? Because I'm from Penang, I know those friends' house. When you makan got tong, hey, you Cantonese, Cantonese? Oh, good lord. I love to drink soup because my house no soup.
Hokkien no soup. Hokkien always I think porridge or something like that. I think,
Hokkien is always a lot of curry, curry. Yeah. It's like we eat curry every day. Yeah. So, Dr. Peter Yee, do you think that conditioning is something that to do with comfort zone?
This conditioning thing, okay, let's analyze one by one. Condition is without knowing, we learn ed, the information. Different generation have different conditioning, and different country different conditioning. For example, Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore. You say enter Thailand, you see, it's so different. Enter Singapore, it's so different. The country conditioning. Malaysia actually still belongs to third world conditioning. Yeah, there's Japan, US, Singapore is first world conditioning. Different thinking. In European country, for example, you enter Italy, you see all the fashions and so on. Then enter Greek, you see the physical structure, the people different. And then Sweden, Switzerland, Britain, it's so near, just a border only. You step into it, you can see everything is different. So the country conditioning, Malaysia and Singapore is so obvious. Still Chinese, is still the Chinese, but why? And then that one still acceptable lah. Another one sometimes, for example, my experience, I used to go to a religious organization and so on. They teach me to become good and so on. And then worst of all, they say money is not important. And then I also from a very poor family. My family, and don't talk about money. Cannot talk. You just eat your food and shut up. Don't talk about money. And then study hard. That's why I study very hard. End up with a lot of degrees. In university, I got degree means something great. But come out, they don't look at my degree. They're looking at how much money I made. Report card is money, is no more. So the confusion there, the social status also, in university, ex-graduate is somebody, but come out, for example, my first degree is Bachelor of Science with honors degree with diploma education, and as a school teacher, university, wow, graduate, something big, take two at the same time, 4 years we complete not only degree plus another diploma, quite tough. But come out, end up teacher, school teacher only. I also find very funny. What's wrong? Science is already quite tough to study, and a school teacher. Another friend of mine study management. They become a manager, the boss in a company, and everyone doing own business, earning a better income than me. So something is wrong somewhere. And then the conditioning sometimes can be very confusing. One condition say money is not important. Another reality condition is money is very important. I was confused for a while because of a contradicting conditioning that happening to me. But now, that's why my learning now is like Leslie saying, sharing just now is how to reconditioning. You can choose you can recondition to the thing you want or whatever value, religion you want, or friends you want, you can change The one you can share Yeah, that is correct. We can reprogram ourselves. But most of it have become part of us, like what Karen just said. It's us. Yeah, our condition, Malaysians behave like this. It's unconscious programming. It become part of us. But as long as we realize what are the conditioning that support our life, what not support, we can choose to strengthen the supportive values and what is that? Slowly make the not so supportive values smaller. It become part of us. We cannot escape from it, but we can choose to reprogram ourselves and recreate the condition that can support our quality of life. Okay, that's what I feel like sharing. As long as we realize we are being conditioned, and then focus what good conditioning, what bad condition, how we can reconditioning ourselves back to what we want or become. That's how the way forward. Okay, any addition from Karim?
I think we take some questions from our audience. After Benson, Chelsea G. Yeah, Dr. Peter insight us. No, so Dr. Peter is right about Malaysian conditioning. Yeah, we are Malaysian.
We are Malaysian, so we end up speaking 3 different languages: Chinese, Malay, English, or some dialect, Cantonese, or Teochew, Hokkien, Hainanese. So there's no right and wrong here, whether Malaysians right or Singaporeans right. No, it's a country wise. Wherever country you go, let's say you are Malaysian, you live in Singapore for long, you will be conditioned by the Singapore government through their TV, mass media, or every day. Automatically you will be conditioned. There's no right and wrong there. But if we live in Malaysia without going out to other country, you not even know you're being conditioned as a third world citizen. So if you have opportunity, I have the opportunity to go to study in Japan and US, so I compare. I know how backward are Malaysia compared to advanced country, maybe easily 20, 30 years. Whatever happened there, when I go there and study and come back, 10, 20 years will come here. So we lag behind US or Japan at least
30 years.
20 to 30 years. But however, I went to Bangladesh, Dhaka also. I stayed there before. They are behind us another 20, 30 years, So if you want to know more about whether your condition is supportive to you or not, you go and travel to different country, to the worst country in the world, something like Bangladesh. Bangladesh is one, I would say, is a hell on earth lah. At that time I went. Now it has improved. Their supermarket is actually a small shop, and then it's guarded with weapons, and the apartment or condo, whatever, with a like the prison wall with a mesh wire on that. So that kind of country. Coming out from airport, you can see people line up, ask for money, and many people die on the road, things like that. It was many years ago. I think the situation has improved. So whether it's right or not, it's not a question of right or not lah. Let's say if you're born in a family with that kind of parent, whether you like it or not, you still have to like what carrying a share. You still have to bear through it, being conditioned by them, and grow up without knowing until you know how to think. Because with Supermind, we teach people how to think. Until you know how to think, then you realize, oh, it has become part of me. As long as you're aware of it, whether it is good, supportive, you keep it. If not, you need to change or add on a better information into the mind. Okay, let me see. There are other people asking questions. As long as you are still layperson live on this earth, money is a creation of the capitalist system developed from barter trade. So need to understand, if you are living in a jungle that do not need money, barter trade is happening. It's actually barter trade, or with something is still money. So money is the medium of exchange.
But Peter, you stay inside jungle but still need money, right?
Yes, this is not a real jungle. I don't live with the orang asli. This is a very advanced place. All the delivery extra expensive because of quality stuff. Okay. So Chelsea Chi, so like stuck inside us. Anchua, that one Anchua, I don't understand as Hokkien. Got to ask Karim later. Benson. Peter, yeah.
What can you anjua? You can only anjua. Anjua as question mark. Okay, because we Malaysian, we can speak. We can put a question mark behind the tonality difference. So, anjua, be anjua, be anjua, be anjua, be anjua, be anjua, be anjua. So just keep your mouth shut lah. I would say Malaysian is. You see, I work for almost 30 years. Okay, we work for 30 years. And I can just tell you, we are backward by 30 years. These 30 years, we have no improvement. Despite all the infrastructure, so-called 5G, all this, we follow the world as part of growth for the last 30 years. And in many ways, of course, you and me, Malaysian, no need to talk, we understand, right? Understand why we are backward by 30 years. Every 5 years, we are more backward than the previous 5 years. Every 5 years, we went backward, right? So the one you and me understand, we Malaysian under the same condition. Faham tak? Faham? Sure faham, because you and me same boat. You jump, I jump, you mati, I mati. Enjoy. 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 It's like that.
Okay, Benson asked a very good question. Peter, what is your idea on the direction of reconditioned way forward? This is a very good question, but it's a tough question. Always ask why. The conditioner side, now we are not talking about Supermind, we're talking about the false self mind actually, the conditioned mind. For example, money is important. Ask why. What is the purpose of money? The purpose of money, exchange goods and services to support your life and also your family life. especially during this period of time, those who have too much loans, higher purchase and so on. So now you really know the importance of money. Company, bosses, all that, due to MCO, cannot do work business. So money become a very messy thing. Very many people got stuck due to not because of mismanagement or what, due to the circumstances. Many people was hurt by the change in the economic situation, financial. Number two is the health, COVID. Last time people take health for granted. Health just as long as no sick, okay lah, sick go and see doctor. That's it. But now even no sick also people start paying attention to improve the immune system lah, sunlight lah, vitamin lah, and so many things. You see? Of course, the other aspect, good health is a must now. The financial health also very important. Another one even more important is your family. Many people forgot. The money for what? For you and your family. Some people, because of money, they sacrifice all the time to find money, hoping that more money can make their life, family life better. But they didn't know that their children is growing up very fast. Like me lah. At one time, I focused too much into making money, really neglect the whole family. Children grow up so fast, suddenly they all, enter the college or university and then stay outside. So the growing part missing. So family also very important. So the way forward, Benson, in my personal opinion, is how you strike a balance between these three main aspects: finances, family, and health at the same time, going forward, and understand the purpose of each other. And then each aspect affect the other aspect. If you don't have a good health, you affect your money and also your relationship. Relationship not good, it affect your money as well as health too, mental health especially. So money problem, you affect everything, your family and also your health. So at least three aspects. Of course, there are other aspects too. Lee Kiang Hong, find ways to penetrate through the condition, solving others' problem online using more creative. Yes, there you are. Now we are talking about the conditioning minds. Actually, we call it false self mind. It's not you. You are being conditioned. Not your fault. Because of your family, because of the country you're living in, because of education you go through, you become like that. And you think you are like that. That is not you. That is called false self mind. Now, this question by Lee, find way to penetrate through, it's not a question, but it's an addition to it. Solving other problem online. Yes, that is why we learn super conscious mind, how to use the inner self mind creatively to create solution forwards. Yes, I agree with you. So anything else want to add on? Let's see.
Yes, I'd like to add on Lee Kian Hong's comments. This is a ultimate, so-called kind of like way out of very good solutions. But that is the reason why I emphasize on exchange. Knowing this direction, good. It's very good knowing these directions. Means knowing how to find ways to penetrate through the conditions of whatever condition we are in. Pardon me if I'm wrong, correct me. Write in more comments. Solving other problem online using a creative way. This is say. After you're aware, we say. But always, I'm always very practical. I ask the next question. So where's the exchange? How many people can really exchange through what we think, or we thought this is very ideal, we do like this. Many people do like this. but how many successfully exchange through creative online system? That's why after conditioning, I always ask, after we learn so much, I was a seminar gig here and there, huge budget every year. I sacrifice a lot of things, but a lot of software to input to my mind. So that is my questions. After learn so much, what is my exchange? I didn't ask you, I asked myself. That is the question, that is reality. This statement, whether it's a question or it's an answer or it's a suggestion, is everything, is more than 100% correct. It's 100% motivating. If not, it's 1,000. But again, no matter how inspiring, how motivating eventually is, can you prove the system? How, what, when, all this? I follow. Show me the exchange. Being the real world, as Dr. Peter Yi said, end of the day, people measure you by what? Not necessarily by money, but money is easy as a benchmark. People can be successful in many ways. That is exchange. But in many things in life, even no matter how hard we work, the reality is no exchange one. It's very cruel. Very cruel. But I walking through my life, that's part of the thing that I learned, part of the journey that I realized. I don't fool myself that, everything got exchanged. Maybe you're lucky. I'm not. That's why I'm speaking for myself. I doesn't speak on behalf of everybody. I just share my experience. A lot of things after we have done a lot of things, there's no exchange one. So a lot of suggestions, a lot of theories, a lot of all this, I kind of say yes. But again, after conditioning, I always ask myself, is there a exchange? If yes, then how? Thank you.
Okay. I adding a bit to Karin. What she mean exchange is exchange for money. Am I right?
The easiest way lah. It can be a change for a lot of
I
things.
think
Say the
also
word
result
money.
lah. I think something.
Yeah,
Result lah.
Exchange
Yeah.
money is one a result, obvious lah. Exchange your services or product with,
Yep.
for money. You see, as an employee or as a graduate from university or from school, whatsoever, you exchange your time and your knowledge and skill for money. If you are self-employed, you exchange your time and your special skill, self-employed, and also human relations skill for money. Still, there's a lot of time involved. Business owner exchange the business system for money. Own the business, there's a system there. And then, of course, the investor exchange money with more money, dividends, capital gain, cash flow, and so on. Now, coming back, making money here is a Lee here. Creative way of exchange for money by solving other people's problem. Yes, provide services to solve other people's problem for money. That's one way. Help other people to save more money in exchange for money. For example, you are able to help them to save 1 million. You give me 10%, 100K. Okay or not? Or give me 20%. They're happy to give it to you. You save 1 million, they give you 20%, for example, 200,000. They still save 800,000. So they want even more bigger exchange. Now, with the technology, like internet, online, all that, is already so advanced with all the Zoom, so many things coming out, more things coming out, more efficient online system coming out. Use the online. The future of exchange no longer local, it's international. You can make more money, especially services through online. It can go very far throughout the world. All human beings is the same. We are doing Supermind. We plan to go international because everybody got a mind. So any other product, you still can go international, but you have to get the transportation right now. Already so developed the transport system. So you just use the existing one. So next way of exchange is through online, and the market is international. The retail shops and so on, the hypermarket, supermarket, the big one will become a store. The small shop, nearby convenience store, their one exists, maybe more, like 99 mark, K mark, or small one. Now I notice that more fish shops, fruit shop, a small shop, convenience, a vegetable shop. No more the big, huge store for vegetables or like pasar out there. Now it's getting smaller. That is what people want. The small shop is still around, will be more, but more systemized. Like in one condo, many condominium there, they want station there, a small shops. That shop deliver the food, everything online. People can order online, they package it and deliver. Already started due to MCO, this system already started. So it will continue and will be more advanced using online system. So either local or international. Any other question you want to add on? Awareness before change. If we know our target client problem very well, we have a solution for that. You see, turn around, Mr. Lee here. Your question is good. You're looking at people's problem. Sometimes you do not know what is the problem. Why not? We are learning about the creative mind. Why not using your own creative mind to solve your own problem first? Creatively. Other people cannot solve. You can solve your own problem. If you know how to solve your own problem, you are able to solve everybody's problem because everybody got a similar problem. Creatively, different way. Creatively means your way is the one of the best way, which can not only help people to save money, but also can solve the problem in a better way, not the traditional way, new way, creative way. Just give you some idea. So, any more to add in, either Leslie or Karen, or any question from audience?
Yes, any question? I think we still have another 18 minutes before 10:30. So do you have any statement or any comment? Do post inside there. So so I think on this conditioning, so it's a very interesting topic. So I think we have a good condition, no good condition. Then we can choose our condition if you know. So if you're aware, okay, I think sometimes we are being conditioned. Even I think we don't know. I think if you know how to use NLP, I think people can condition you unknowingly. If you're those really good NLP master, they can condition you unconditioning. And then I think for us, I think we three of us, I think are seminar junkies also. I think one condition, I think in every seminar they say, wow, you must invest on your training so it's actually good condition but sometimes I think at the end I think like Corinne say, what's the result, what's the exchange so then we going for seminar is good, you upgrade yourself, put a lot. I think we have higher kind of version kind of training so then you are more well prepared. The lesson when you fall down is more painful. So it's also certain kind of condition, which is I think is nothing wrong. Okay, I think it's good, but I think overdo everything, which is overdo it is not good. And then how are you going to measure whether the thing is overdue or not? I think it's just like Corinne say, very practical is how much you have exchanged and then what is your result. So if you attended too much, okay, and then no result, then I think maybe you are on a self high mood, okay, or call it shock sendiri in Malaysian way of things, shock sendiri. Also, I think it's good to go for a seminar, go for training. I think we like it, we love it. I think, and then we spend money on it. But at the end, at one point, I think we need to make it transform into something, okay, something in our, I think, health, relationship, and money. So these three is also certain kind of result or exchange for us. So I think we buy into certain kind of condition. Okay, I think the seminar we go in, we also consider some pattern coming out. Some then they have some kind of identity coming out. We are from what kind of family? I mean, one kind of family. I think we have certain go through certain module. So I think we have some training with this already. So they come out. We have certain kind of thinking. They have certain kind of conditioning. So not bad. I think certain conditioning is good if you know how to use it. I think pick the right one, and then because I think we live in a conditioned world. We live in a conditioned world. So pick the right condition that help us and put us up. Then we can grow better. Okay. Ken Hong got another some. Have knowledge is good. Okay. However, whether we have a crowd of people who will support us or buy our solution are important also. That's conversion and real value creation. So, Corinne, anything to add on this? Or Peter?
Knowledge is good. Depends on what knowledge. Some knowledge is useless.
Peter,
I studied so many degree, some is really useless. You don't help at all. You have to study
Stok sendiri.
Only. Got paper and sendiri. So some knowledge is useful. If the knowledge can be applied, can be used for exchange. Some cannot for exchange, for short sendiri. So, okay.
But at least stok sendiri lah. At least stok sendiri. At least self-fulfillment.
Later
self-satisfaction, self-fulfillment, important.
Initial self-sendiri. But after a while, I regret. I spent so much money and so much time in exchange for that degree, and the degree don't do anything to me. So it's a waste of my life and money. So I have one question. We as a Malaysian, there's one person in this Malaysia has conditioned us a lot, the most.
Oh.
Tell me who?
I know. We keep it first. Comment that. Comment.
Tell us, we Malaysian, there's one person in this country has conditioned our mind the most. Who is this person?
I think same like Singapore also lah. So both of them are good friends.
Good friend. Good friend.
Who's that? I think if comment and then see who's that, you know. I think we are a lot of Malaysian friends here. So if you are not from Malaysia, then later then we can explain a bit.
I'm kind of admiring those people can still be very logical after 1.5 years of lockdown. To be frank, this is my words. If you can still think logically, behave logically, your world are still very logical, that means it's very good for you. Means you are not being affected by the COVID at all. Because these are the logical world prior to COVID. And if after COVID, for a prolonged COVID for 1.5 years, people can still think logically, ask logical questions, behave logically.
Today my friend called me, hey, you better call some of your friends or downline or something like that. So not sure, check out on them. They say I'm also half going to insane already because this lockdown also making me away. So you better ask me, better you go and check them out whether they're okay or not. So that at least ask them to do something.
So I think you remain logical as long as things still work for you. You don't have to change. Not everybody need to change, you know.
Yeah, correct.
As long as your money is still coming in, you logical. It's just like before COVID, you still get your income, you still get your target market still respond to you. You obviously know who, and you don't need to change. Don't change.
Yeah, you're working.
You're on the right track. Not everything need to change. Not everything need to change because of COVID. So I admire those who can still speak logically, behave logically, the money come in logically. Right now, the issue is a lot of things don't. That is the reason why you are sharing in Supermind. It asks you to look at things differently. But if things are all normal, well, why bother to change? If I are you also, I won't change. For what? My life is good. Why I bother to change? Normally change, that means proactive change, I tell you 20% ni.
A lot of time forced by the environment.
Forced by environment to change one, 80%. So you are the 20%. Why bother? Don't bother COVID lah. Lockdown lah. It doesn't affect me at all.
No, but
Better still.
I'm making more money. What more money? What need to send? I think, no?
Exactly. Exactly. Don't follow the Bible. Don't follow the books as what people say. No, that's what I say. Let's be real, right? If you're better off, yes. You can remain logical unless you can't. Then you need to look into something else. That's what I got to say.
Yeah. What Kerry meant logical is sane. If you're still sane, logical is a more toned down word. If you're still sane, means that you're okay. Normally, people want change when they have setback. They got financial setback, then they will find some change there. Or family relationship setback, especially MCO time. I noticed that because more time, husband and wife at home, there is a lot of increase in divorce cases. Be careful with that. Because they get to know each other very close. The man is still very demanding. Because of the stress of the business and so on, put a lot of pressure on the the spouse, made the wife feel useless, whatever. They forgot the spouse and the men build the family together with the children. And this is the time pay some attention to respect each other, to appreciate each other, rather than try to blame another person because of the economic situation caused by external factor, not from your spouse. That's one thing. I noticed that. Another one, of course, a financial setback. When a financial setback, you need to look into business or the thing you're doing, whether it's still relevant or not in the future. Then you change. Health. Health, normal people don't pay attention. In fact, it's the most important thing. If you're gone today, whatever relationship, your family or money are no use. Correct, no? But if you're healthy, you take health for granted. So now, concern about COVID can kill, Like the Delta variant, a few days gone already.
I heard a few cases. No, I think very don't play this one.
Don't play, it's getting closer. So, by understanding the importance of health, when you face a financial setback and so on, that become very small. Make sure you're healthy and survive. As long as you are survive physically and mentally sane during this COVID period, whatever financial setback can be overcome. When you're gone, so nothing matters. So make sure you're around. That's a little word of advice. Don't kill yourself. Nobody want to kill themselves. Only thing, the pain of financial setback or relationship setback in the mind, they want to get it out. So learn to appreciate the relationship. Look at the contribution of both parties. Then you feel better. Financial side, what can the bank do to you? They cannot do much. They can come and kill you, man. All the bankruptcy, legal, lawyer letter, keep on going. You just bought things off for a while. You are not alone. The whole world, whole Malaysian, whole world people are facing it. Or if you're a supplier, whatever, you can always let them know your real situation. After the delay payment, all can be arranged. Make sure you're healthy, you're safe to survive. This COVID thing and so on is not long. It will over in the next 3 to 6 months. Nothing in history. You look back, maybe a few years later, look back, COVID gone, no more. Just like SARS, just like so many things happened in the past, it will be disappeared. The economy will improve. People will continue living. Life will become better. But this is the time that shakeout time means that the adaptable will survive. Not the big and strong, no? Big and strong, like it will become a dinosaur. Some of them. So those who know how to adapt this situation, like the dinosaur become a lizard. Lizard can survive, right? This one cannot, because of the the body size and the skin. the heat cannot come out in time. So when the body size reduce, the skin to the body size is bigger. So they can survive. So learn to survive. Learn to be adaptable during this COVID. This is our recondition to you lah. To make sure you survive lah. Don't take the old conditioning that no money. I because ethically I it was wrong to not to pay. I better kill myself and stop my ethical issue. Take whatever your conditioned mind as a reference only. Use a creative mind to think, to be adaptable, to live, and survive. What's back to Kerry? Or you have any addition to it? We're talking something else.
Last, I think, comment from Ken Hong also. There are only few industries not affected during pandemic time. Big out those industry and see any chance to get involved. Light in the darkness.
Yes, he still have the bullet lah. I think this Mr. Lee, he's financially strong. You can talk like that. Many people already in the drain already. Most of the industry already not so good already financially. Not many is still strong. Unless those who already experienced 99, 88, the older generation, they already experienced the setback, they learn. Maybe their age is 60, 70 years old now. This group not affected. I'm one of them. I was affected 97, 98, 99, that period of time. I learned my lessons. Every 20 years, a major setback. 88 is another time. So those who are 40 years old and below, they're affected very badly. Because I was about that age, affected very badly because I don't have experience.
The gung-ho group.
No, the stock market, the property market, keep on explaining the property market. Wow, so gung-ho, low compression, cashback. Wow, I make a lot of money. Now, how? The bank is after you. So?
Because the clock kicking. But Malaysia very kind because we allow you just to pay interest only. So don't complain. People still complaining. Why?
Now with
supposed to not charge interest also lah, then better.
Now you can delay payment the installment. Go for delay payment 6 months. Take it to survive.
Buy some time first.
Buy some time.
Interest over, don't bother. Now cash flow is king. You have cash in hand, liquidity in hand, you survive. Without liquidity and a lot of things, it's no use at this point in time.
I remember saying something last year. Just in case those people are new, welcome. I said that last April. I'm very excited about the lockdown. Why? So happy about the lockdown. Lockdown saved me. The bank moratorium saved me for $1 million of going into bankruptcy. I want to surrender myself to bankruptcy. My friend said, don't lah, how much you need? 200,000. One friend. I said, hey, no lah. I find many ways doesn't work. Might as well, I bankrupt myself. Then easy because I go to school, business school taught me, you need to hit the bottom, then you can bounce back or bounce up. Who can tell me how bottom is bottom? Come on, practical world, audience. The theory not wrong, but have you ever experienced the bottom? You thought you're already at very bottom, supposed to bounce, but lagi ada bottom. So another year bottom, you thought, 2-3 years bottom ni mesti bounce kan? Lagi ada bottom lagi, kawan ni. Have you walked through? No. So I don't talk logical one, no, because the thing I experience not logical. I cannot hit my bottom one. I don't know when bottom is bottom until I want to surrender myself for bankruptcy. You don't bankrupt 100, 200,000. One of my friend, 100 over 1,000, a friend advised him, another friend advised him, also bankruptcy, file for bankrupt easier. I said, what? 100 over K, file for bankruptcy? You go to hell. I seriously scolded him, I don't want to mention the name. I think most probably he also online. I said, you go to hell. Who is the hell, that fella that asked you to file for bankruptcy for 100 over 1,000? You ask him, say, I ask him also go to hell. No? So come on, last year, when lockdown, I'm so happy. And I said one statement, and I repeat that statement just in case you are new to me. I say that life couldn't be fairest. This is the fairest time in life where everything is at a reset button, everything back to zero. This time, this world is the fairest. Regardless you are rich or poor, you and me have one life. Not that I'm more knowledgeable, I'm younger, I'm fit, I'm rich, I have my Mercedes and Rolls Royces, I'm what and what. No. Now you and me only have one life, one brain. Everything is one. No one need to show off. No one knows 7 days later whether you'll be there to speak or not. Right. And right now is the only time where you do not need money to do business. You talk about 10, 20 years, 30 years ago, you don't have capital, you want to do something, kind of do some direct selling, do some insurance, do some whatever. But right now, no money. Even traditional business you can do. It's just that how good you are. So if you're poor, if you're desperate, wow, this is your opportunity. Everything at a reset. This is your time. If not, how are you going to compete with the international millions, multi-millions, the multinationals? You work 24 hours also. They one button click only, they are reach out, their big data are bigger than you. Bigger than us. Cannot run one. We Malaysians, our data like that. Like that. So I say to Leslie also, 家睇命佬都冇命睇咗。Big data one button 搞掂你咗，睇咩命？
Yeah, correct.
What fortune telling? Wow, you learn for 10 years, 20 years to be master. Right now you go WeChat, WeChat. All those games you go and play lah. Wow, 好準喎，好準好準。哇，more 準啊，more 準定睇命佬。Why? Big data 睇咩命啊家？The game one color only can read you through naked. Right? So this is the fairest time. World at a restart. This is very good. If you survive lah, you and me survive lah. First thing is survive. Survive, then you have 係嘛有命嘛 health 嘛冇命 game over you doesn't know, right? So I say that world at a restart is the fairest era ever. Rich or poor. Some rich one they got shocked, they don't know what to do. They have a lot of money. So they say, better don't do anything. Preserve my cash. Rest. Not affected lor. Everyday delivery 大魚大肉 lor, safe lor. And then who are the ones supposed to go out to the market? The one survive and nothing to lose one lor. It's the fairest. In fact, it's opportunity. It's the fairest. It's never ever be this fair. Little money, no money. There's so many systems now. Hop into one system lah. Definitely one system work. That's why I say world at the reset. I said that last year. In case you miss out, okay ngam多你一次Next one more time you know people hate me keep nagging.
Condition.
So
now I put in the good better condition now.
So I tell you a new conditioning. I tell you a new prospect. You know that is my insight. I said that last year. Much save my life, save my financial life, save my physical life. Until I got time to come back last year, you know, later half of the year I make it back and I pay back all my debts. And 9 months last year I pay back my debts. So look at things differently. In fact, the world at the reset. The reset is the fairest ever. 如果唔係冇咁多機會，邊度有咁多機會？
Yes.
That's how I look at it. Yeah. Pardon me if I'm wrong. I just apologize to you if I'm wrong, but this is what I said last
we discuss. just
Yep.
an open discussion. They can also this Facebook Facebook Live. They also
Yeah,
can.
yes.
Audience also
But I
can
like to apologize first
and
because
criticize us. It's okay. We just exchange.
some of the statement is kind of like
More
冇咁好
aggressive.
聽啦。It's not that
It's okay.
it's
It's
not
okay.
that it's not that
You,
soft
no,
and
it's
it's
okay
not that kind words.
because you are the only one in the world carrying coin you have your own style be yourself. That is your taste it's okay, nothing wrong. Like myself it's like that no? Like let's say it's like that no? All of us are different cannot be the same. Okay, coming back the word at the set what I try to understand Karin is now it's a fairest of all because everybody locked down in the house. If you cannot go out to do business or whatever, locked down in the house, but they still got something you can going out, internet, online, be creative. Don't let your mind wanders, try to blame the government, blame other people. Doesn't work. Take full responsibility of your situation now. Think creatively how to survive next, what you can do. Now online, no need the Facebook Live, whatever. I mean, doing business, no need capital one now. You open a shop and so on, got the maintenance, the staff lah, salary lah, rental lah, water bills lah. Sometimes business up and down lah, so on. Now it's almost sure make money one now. Online. Correct no? Everybody also can do. Look into yourself, what you have, who are you, what value you have. How you can add value to the other people. It's another way of making money. Add value to other people, not just solve other people problem. That is one way. How to add value to people, how to enlighten people so much that they don't go and kill themselves is another way. They will thank you when the economy is getting better. Or so many ways. You think creatively, focus into yourself, take full responsibility of yourself, and do something. Don't hope for the government for the hangout. Not the way. That one won't last. The government also no money already. So do something. They still got a lot of money out there. Only thing people cannot spend money now. So people hungry. They don't know what to do. They're waiting for any products or services they want to buy. So go to do your exchange. What Karen always say, exchange your values, services, or product for money. Okay, it's
Yes.
8:30 and something already. We have one round. What you feel like saying? We close tonight? Okay.
Okay. I think for
Okay,
me,
let's see what you feel like saying.
I think 留得青山菜啦哦。I think the saying is 留得青山菜不怕没柴烧。Okay, I think this is the normal saying. So I add in a bit. 不要进青山，because 青山 is for the insane one. So take care of your mental health. And also don't want to go to 富贵山庄 also lah. So so I think this timing is you need to take care first. I think as Peter and Corinne say, now it's a virus, so I think everyone can die. I think we see some got money people also die, no money people also die, so everyone die due to COVID. So I think the first thing, take care of health, take care of your mental health, and then don't want to see you on the Fukui Sanchang. So their business also really good, but not a good sign of good business. The other business good is better, but that business we don't have to be good. So I think put in, I think it's reset, and then now it's a good time since it's reset time. Put in some new good condition inside it. So and then reset with good conditioning, and then we can prepare for the good time to come. As Peter say, and then after that, I think we can now, if you can create good time now, create. If not, prepare for the good time to come. Buy yourself some times, and then we can be better. That's what I feel like saying.
Yeah. If you have
Okay.
money and so on, this is time for you to rest. No need to do anything. You're very busy during the before COVID time. Now, if you have money, rest. Or do planning after MCO, what to do. Keep yourself busy. Don't keep your mind idle. Because once the mind idle, the devil will enter. Okay, pass back to Karin. What you feel like saying?
Just beware of your tonight I think I would like to end and concluding by saying, do a little reflections on your previous conditioning. What is your conditions? Your environment in a physical environment, or else your conditioned mind. Do a little reflecting after this, writing down, relaxing, brainstorming. What is your life? Most important thing, I said one thing, so might as well I just say it now. Okay. So you just make sure you don't mati buta out of people conditioning, that's all. Okay, so we must aware. Like whatever sentence you also know before dying, die of COVID, die of something. So you cannot be dying without knowing. So that means people have conditioned us without us knowing. So perhaps right now is good time for us to reflect. What was all the conditioning that forming you is real you? It's real. Yeah. First, we put politics and everything aside. Like it or not, we still have to face it. So I think it's time to do a little reflections. It's a good topic tonight. So at least we can do a little reflections. How? So make sure we don't mati buta, and then we know how to go on stronger, because life is at the fairest right now. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Good night from me, Karin.
Wait. Let
Okay.
me, I have that last minute from me. Okay. So tonight we already shared conditioned mind. Conditioned mind, somebody else put information into your mind. Some of it is good, supportive, some not. So be aware of it. Don't let the wrong conditioning or bad conditioning use you. Be aware of it. Use whatever condition you have as a reference. Good one, you use. No good one, discard. Okay? You must learn to survive. Financially, relationship, and also especially the health. Make sure you survive. Learn to be adaptable. Learn to be creative, especially this moment. Use technology to improve your life. To survive now, after MCO, go another height. Okay. Thank you very much. I hope you all enjoy. We all enjoyed talking to. Thank you.
Bye.